Before the world knew his name, there was just a boy, a ball, and a life shaped by constant goodbyes. Tsubasa Ozora was born into a family that never stayed in one place for long. Imagine that for a moment. As a kid, stability is everything, but for Tsubasa, it was a luxury he never had. Friends came and went like seasons, homes were just temporary stops. But through all this change, one thing remained constant: football. From a very early age, Tsubasa didn't just play with the ball. He treated it like his closest friend, his most loyal companion. When he was lonely, he'd play. When the world felt uncertain, he'd practice. Football was the one part of his life where he felt in control, a grounding force in a life defined by motion. His mother, Natsuko, saw this passion and became his first and most important supporter. She never dismissed his love for the game as just a hobby. Instead, she encouraged him without hesitation, giving him the confidence to keep chasing his dream, even when the path forward was completely unclear. Her belief was the wind in his sails. Then, everything changed. Tsubasa met Roberto Hongo, a former star player from Brazil who had moved to Japan. Roberto saw something special in Tsubasa right away. It wasn't just his raw talent, which was obvious, but his mindset, his pure, unwavering love for the game. Roberto became much more than a coach. He stepped into the role of a mentor and, in many ways, a father figure. He taught Tsubasa not just how to dribble and shoot, but how to think like a true professional. Under Roberto's guidance, Tsubasa learned discipline, advanced techniques, and the importance of field vision. He started to understand that football wasn't just about individual brilliance. It was about connecting with your teammates, reading the flow of the game, and trusting the players around you. Roberto also planted a bigger seed in Tsubasa's mind, the dream of playing professionally, of one day competing on the world stage. When Tsubasa and his family finally settled in the town of Nankatsu, it felt like his life was finding its roots for the first time. Here, he wasn't just the new kid anymore. He built lasting friendships and forged intense, meaningful rivalries that pushed him to be better. The games he played were no longer just for fun. They became tests of his skill, his determination, and his character. Every win built his confidence, and every loss taught him a lesson in humility. As Tsubasa grew, so did the challenges. The opponents became stronger, faster, and more skilled. The expectations from his team, his coach, and himself grew higher with every match. Yet, the boy who once moved endlessly from place to place was now moving forward with a clear and powerful purpose. His dream evolved. It was no longer just about loving football. It was about mastering it. Tsubasa Ozora's story isn't just about a gifted athlete. It's a story about a child who found stability in a ball, who was lifted up by his family's support, guided by a wise mentor, and driven by a dream that could not be broken. His journey reminds us that greatness isn't born overnight. It's built day by day, through patience, hard work, and the courage to never give up. In the end, Tsubasa isn't defined by where he came from, but by how far he is willing to go,